Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. My name is Gregg Prescott from IN5D.com. And I'm not sure. I think Ali still is asleep right now. I tried calling several times. I know she didn't get a lot of sleep the last 3 or 4 days. And I called her mother, Patricia, and to make sure that Allie's okay. And she said, yeah, she had spoken with her a few hours earlier. And so I guess she's just sleeping. So I don't think I'm going to let her sleep. So it's just going to be me and you tonight for Global Predictions, and for afterwards it's just going to be Gregg live on the Rumble, live and uncensored. Yeah. So, send Ali lots of love. Anyone that knows her knows that she overdoes it a lot. She gives so much of herself to everyone, and she doesn't really give enough to herself. And it's one of the most endearing things about her. Her heart is so beautiful. I've mentioned it many times in the past that as beautiful as Ali is on the outside, she's even more beautiful on the inside. And any one of you that know her know that. So, all right, just a quick peek on who's joining us right now. Linda is first one in. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining us. And then when I see Cindy from Iowa joining us here. Lori from South Dakota. There's my friend Mikey from upstate New York. Hope everyone's doing good. Hi to Gold Heart, who's sending love to Ali. And there's Vera. Hi, Vera. Marcia, thank you for joining us. Hello, Nova. Us, me, us as in all of us that are here tonight, right? Marcia. Yeah, she does have a heart of pure gold. Hi, Susie. How are you? There's Joyce from Scotland. I won't forget that. I know when you first started popping on and you said you were from Scotland, I kept forgetting and I couldn't remember, but eventually, you drive it into my head enough, I'll get it. Beautiful Ali gives and gives. I'm just sitting here looking at the beautiful Whispers of Love deck I just received from Ali. Thank you, Ali. Love and hugs. Aw. Hi to Lynn Visions from Connecticut. Linda. Yeah. Okay. Welcome aboard. Hi to everyone that's joining us here on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Hi to Moorer. Hi, you look like you are feeling better. Yes. Yeah. Wow. The seasonal allergies in the UK were just, and they're devastating. It's just like upstate New York in the wintertime. And they were devastating there. If anyone's ever heard of that theory of Pangea, where there was just one global landmass, but eventually through shifting of tectonic plates and everything, the landmass is separated. But you can put the pieces of the puzzle back together, and you'll see that the northeast of the United States fits perfectly with the UK and Europe and the countries there. So it would make sense that if you have seasonal allergies in one area, like in the northeast of the United States, you'll probably have them in the UK. So next time I'm going to go in the summertime and just bypass all this. Because here in Florida, I went to the beach the other day, played a little bocce ball, and It was maybe upper 70s, perhaps 80 degrees. It was beautiful. It's gotten a little cooler since then, I think. It's supposed to be in the upper 60s, low 70s the next few days, and then it'll go up into the mid 70s, low 80s again, hopefully by the weekend. But that's what you get this time of the year in Florida. So I'm okay with that. It's a great trade-off. The 4 or 5 months of oppressive heat in exchange for 7 or 8 months of amazing weather. And this is part of the amazing weather that we have here in Florida. Had I known Ali wasn't going to be here today, I probably would not have worn a long sleeve shirt. I like wearing something nice because originally Ali and I used to do date night on Tuesday nights. And then we did the global predictions on Thursday nights. But eventually we moved global predictions to Tuesday night and then live and uncensored afterwards. It's not that we gave up on date night. We felt that maybe some people may have felt that it was too inclusive, right? Even though it wasn't, everybody was welcome. Join on in. Doesn't matter if you have somebody or not. We were sending out positive love and intentions and good energy for those to find their other half. But it is what it is. So let's take a scroll back here. Hi to Carrie. Carrie Good Game joining us on Facebook. There's Barbara. Greetings, all you beautiful souls. Love you all. She's coming in from Casper, Wyoming. There's Mom. I'm so sorry I had to wake you up, Mom, but I was worried. And she said, I've left messages. Have you heard from her, Gregg? No, I haven't. I tried calling back after I spoke with you. Yeah, so I'm assuming she's sleeping because you told me you saw her not too long ago. And I know from what I've spoken with her that she's overdone it. And when she overdoes it, her body needs to get sleep. And so I'll carry the load today and for these 2 shows, and we'll see. Hopefully she feels better, and I'll talk with her tomorrow. Nova says, Gregg, I've been watching you for over a decade. Thank you. Can't believe it's been so long ago that you used to tell us about your twin flame that you had seen, and she looks like I Dream of Jeannie. And it's true because Ali, there's times she'll put her hair up and she'll do her eyes and makeup and everything, and she looks like I Dream of Jeannie. But in that dream, she never spoke, so I couldn't tell if she had a British accent or not. I only saw her from the neck up, basically. But it's unmistakable when you have that connection. So. All right. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, hi, beautiful tribe. Nova, and now 13 years later, she is here, and she is real. Sure is. Yep. Boy, you've been with IN5D for quite a while. I started IN5D, I think it was 2008, 2009, something like that. Before that, I had a website called Maya12-21-2012.com to show that 2012 is not the end of the world. And that date came and gone. And I said, don't need the website anymore. I made a video on YouTube called 2012 The Online Movie. It's a 2-hour and 45-minute movie that has like 15, 16 million views. That was pretty cool. Once again, to show that 2012 is not the end of the world, and how, the media was pumping it up and fear mongering, and yeah, it's not that. So, speaking of which, I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into videos, quality videos on IN5D. I'm working on one right now. about the esoteric meaning of Christmas and Saturnalia. And I've been working hard on the production of that video. So it'll be coming out shortly. Anyone that knows me knows I have a quirky sense of humor, and it's got its moments of me being a dork in it, but I hope you guys will enjoy that. Also, while supplies last, I have this going on In5D Quantum Tie-Dye. I've got a holiday clearance sale, 50% off all shirts in stock. And that's while supplies last. So check that out at in5d.net. Get your shirts. Great Christmas presents, especially at the price I'm basically giving them away at. So what I'm going to be doing is basically revamping the website once I get the stock down, the current stock down, and coming out with new patterns and colors and everything. So looking forward to that. We're going to start the new year off with a bang, so going to be doing that. As I mentioned, I've got the videos that I'll be making for my In5D YouTube channel. I'm currently working on the Saturnalia and esoteric meaning of Christmas, but I'm also working on another video that will come shortly after that about the near-death experience. So, and there's so many topics that I really want to cover. And in addition, I've got like 6,000 articles on in5d.com. So every one of those could be a video. So there's lots of content, original, that will be coming out on In5D YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, do so. And also join us on Patreon too. I give you the heads up for every live show that we do, Ali and I. As a matter of fact, for tomorrow night, we have the In5D Insiders Club on Patreon for members of 555 and higher. So I hope to see all of our In5D Patreon family tomorrow night. I'll be sending out the link for that. And it's the same every month. So, if you were there last month, same as this month. But I'll be sending that link out just as a reminder. So get a room date night. We were all in the room. There were some times, that it got a little spicy. Nothing wrong with that, right? That's funny. Hi, Star. Thank you for joining us. Your hair looks good parted on the side. It's just that, what did I do? I just went like that and got it out of my face. But thank you. It'll probably fall down in my face again, and maybe I'll flip the other side over. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, she overdid it, definitely. Yep. And I'm so sorry to wake you up, Mom. Mom was asleep when I called her. And, we're concerned. So hopefully Ali pops in, and if she doesn't, I got her back. Videos on the website. Awesome. Yeah. I'm doing what's called 369 scripting, and I'm going to make a video for that as well. What that is you write down what you're grateful for and your affirmations of what you plan to do as if it's already happened. Right? The 369 scripting comes in. It's basically based on Tesla's 369 theory of everything, basically, that if you can understand the significance of 369, you'll understand everything in the universe. So what you do with this 369 scripting is you take your gratitude and affirmations and you write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. I've got this big notebook. I started on, I think it was November 3rd. I wrote the date down. I don't have it. It's in the bedroom. But yeah, I started it on November 3rd. And one of the things, you know, I've got like 140 some odd thousand subscribers here on YouTube, but I'm going to grow this and I'm going to make it huge. And I'm going to put out quality content that's going to reach a lot of people. And my goal is to have millions of subscribers. And I think I can do that. I can do that. So stay tuned for lots of new videos coming out on the IN5D YouTube channel. I never got that 2012 destroying all either. Yeah, I never felt that. Never felt that about 2012. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining. Aw, good night, Vera. Yeah, I think you and Ali are riding the same tiredness vibration, right? Cold Heart says, have you ever done radio? Amazing voice for that. Yeah. No, I haven't. I have a good voice for it. I don't have good looks for TV, though. So if I'm going to do anything, it would be radio or a podcast, right? That's what I need to do. That's another thing I need to do is convert these shows into podcasts where, you know, people, if they want to listen along and, you know, if you're driving or jogging or whatever you're doing and you just want to put an MP3 on and get caught up on the latest stuff on IN5D, I need to turn all this into a podcast, put it on iTunes and all those great places. So yeah, there's a lot to do. And I'm up for the task. We're going to make this IN5D bigger and better than ever before. And you're all coming along. Aw. I fell asleep. I'll get ready now. So sorry. Please give me 10 minutes. So Ali will be here. I'm going to tell her you don't have to. Hi, baby. You don't have to come in. I've got you covered. So, you know, it's no big deal. If you need some sleep, go back to sleep, my love. I love you. All right. But if she does come in, that's great. You did too do radio. That's right. IN5D radio with on Blog Talk Radio. I did that, interviewed a ton of great people. I think I interviewed Jordan Maxwell 3 times, Dolores Cannon, just a bunch of great people. Jim Delacoli, astrologer. I think I interviewed him like maybe 4 or 5 times. So yeah, I have done radio. I love you, babe. She's joining us on Facebook in the chat. So but if you want to fall back asleep, that's fine. I got your back. You know, I've just been shooting the shit with our family. But yeah, thanks for reminding me, Nova. I did do IN5D radio. I had 3 awesome co-hosts. The first one was Heidi Cole. And then she does what they call busking in New York City, you know, and that's where you play guitar and your guitar case is open in front of you and people tip you for the work you do. And she also did voiceovers as well. And she was very thorough. And I appreciated her as my first co-host. My second co-host was Kendra Gilbert, and she was amazing in her own way because, you know, she's got that Virgo monkey mind. So she's constantly thinking about all the bases to be covered. And she was so efficient and thorough. And I'm very grateful. And then Sherry was my third one. And after that, I pretty much shut down IN5D radio. And what I plan on doing is doing more interviews here on the IN5D YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that. And as the channel grows, if I can get this up to like 1 million or 2 million subscribers, I'll be able to get a little bit more pull on the people that I'm able to interview. Like a couple people I would love to interview. Number one, Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the New York Jets. Why? Because he's seen a UFO and he's put it out there. He's definitely woo-woo too. He's got this book club of all these metaphysical books that he's read and recommends to other people. I think it'd be a great interview to have Aaron on the show. Another one would be Sammy Hagar. Love to interview him. He also has seen a UFO. He said in regards to the UFO that he saw, that they were plugged into me, right? He also saw and it was in contact with ninth dimensional beings as well. And he's seen apparitions. Like after his father died, there was a knock on the door and it was him. I've written about all this stuff on in5d.com. So if you just type in at the top of every page, there's a search box. Just type in Aaron Rodgers, or that's Rodgers, or Sammy Hagar, and you'll find those articles. So yeah, I'd love to get some names like that. And there's a lot of other people, though, that I'd really love to bring on that they might not have the big name like Sammy Hagar or whatever. But you know what? Everyone's got an amazing story to tell. And that's where you and you and you come in. Got a little tickle in the back of my throat. You don't have to apologize. No apology needed. Thank you, Nova. Your radio show was sensational. I still remember the music. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, you're tuned in to In5D Radio. Yeah, it's been a while. Definitely. So yeah, check it out if you haven't heard any of those. I definitely need to make those into podcasts as well. Put them on iTunes and all the other podcast stations. But yeah, check it out on our In5D YouTube channel. Just type in In5D Radio and you'll see all the amazing episodes. That's a good idea too. Yeah. Yeah. You know, one thing I was thinking about was bringing back Spirit Chat, but keeping it at an hour. Because there were times where it'd go on 3 hours, 4 hours. Maybe I'll just put a timer up in the right-hand corner. 1 hour. If you're going to come in, better come in and say what you got to say. But we can cover a lot of ground in an hour. Heck, I've only been on right now for 32 minutes. You know, we've covered a lot of ground. Sweet Euphoria 9 says, I've seen 2 UFOs in New Jersey. I believe you. I believe you. The first UFO I saw was in upstate New York. We were at this place called On Top of the World in the Catskill Mountains. And we were having a keg party. We had the keg. We didn't have the tap. And we're waiting for the tap. So we're just standing around the keg on top of the world in the Catskill Mountains. So we hadn't been drinking yet. We couldn't tap the keg. Over the adjacent mountain, Franklin Mountain, comes 3 UFOs in formation, one in the front, 2 in the back. And they come over the mountain toward us, but they just stop and hover. And then pew, they took off. I was, 18 at the time? And back then, the drinking age was 18. So not that any of you wouldn't drink at 18 nowadays, if things were different, but we're not going to go there. Actually, in some places, like in Europe, you can drink at 18, but you can't here in the United States legally. But yeah, the drinking age was 18 back then. And that was my first of many UFOs that I've seen. And it was cool to have other witnesses there with me to have seen that. So good stuff. Will you do Zoom Live again with Spirit Chat? Yeah, I do. I do that the first Wednesday of every month. Got one tomorrow night. And I mail out everyone a link on the day of that. So tomorrow I'll be mailing out everyone that's of 555 or higher on IN5D Patreon. Still got that tickle in the back of my throat. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Beverly's joining us on Facebook. There's Gemini Moon. I loved IN5D Radio, longtime listener. Yeah, I remember seeing you commenting on IN5D Radio as well. Matter of fact, one of the guys, Andrew Fisher, would call in all the time on IN5D Radio. And he's got a great radio voice. And I kept telling him, you should have your own show. And he did. He's got his own show now. So, yeah, it's cool to see stuff like that happen. Miss Spirit Chat. Hi, Melissa. How are you? They took off because the keg wasn't tapped. Damn, why didn't they bring a tap? Surprised they didn't levitate the keg onto the UFO. Melissa's popping in from Florida, as I am in Sarasota. I remember Andrew Fisher. Yeah, indeed. Maybe I got that tickle in the back of my throat because I'm talking a lot and I'm not taking any breaks. Hi to Wendy. She's on her way. She's in the chat right now. She's on her way. She's going to be here any minute now. Although I did tell her, if you want to fall back asleep, you're more than welcome to, too. Intense energies. I'm in Jacksonville. How are you feeling? I feel great. The seasonal allergy thing is gone, but I got some little tickle in the back of my throat. So hopefully that goes away. Welcome back to the U.S. Hey, Joe. Man, did you ever F up in fantasy football? Oh, man, you still got an outside chance of making the playoffs. But, man, you would have made the playoffs had you... Well, you know what you did. I'm not going to bring it up again. Shut up. Yeah, rub it in, right? Right? Ginger and apple cider vinegar. Okay. Mundo is in Texas. Howdy. How are you? Howdy, y'all. All y'all. Right? Chris McCarran says you're looking so much better. It must be the Florida sun. It helps. It helps, that vitamin D. You know, I got a chance to go out there and play a little bocce ball the other day. We got like a really low tide going on around, 1:30 or so. So a couple days ago, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go out and play a little bocce ball. You can actually see people in the water. They're crazy because the water temperature is like 68. It's freaking cold. But yeah, that's the house on the end of the beach. There's a seawall right here. And that's where I like taking a walk down to and doing what I call a walk of gratitude. But that house, I've had a dream that I lived there one time. I would love to manifest that at some point. When we have low tide, you have this flat course that's amazing for bocce ball. So it's going to be a little chilly, but you know what? Good enough for bocce, right? Good enough to get a little exercise in, a little sunshine. Although I have been working a lot. I do this a lot, and I've done this a lot in the past. And I know I can't continue to do that because it probably led to my quadruple bypass. I'll tell myself, like, tomorrow, I'll go to the beach tomorrow. And, 9 o'clock will roll around, 10 o'clock rolls around, and I'm still working on stuff for IN5D. And I'm like, all right, I'll go like noon, 1 o'clock. And then, 12, 1 o'clock rolls around, 2 o'clock. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go in the, 5, 6 o'clock, check out the sunset or whatever. And the day rolls by, and then in the evening, I'll say, you know what, I'll go tomorrow. And I just keep working, and I can't do that. I can't do that. So when I tell myself I have to go to the beach to get some exercise in and to get some vitamin D, I have to listen to myself. A mutual friend of Ali and mine, his name is Clifford, and he's been doing the keto diet. He lost like 60 pounds and a number of waist sizes. I hadn't seen him since last year. You could tell how much weight he had lost. He said he's no longer, this is not medical advice, it's for entertainment purposes only, but he said he no longer is on diabetes medication. His numbers are fantastic now. Other medications that he was on, he no longer needs. All because of the keto diet. The hardest thing, he said, was staying away from bread. But what he ends up doing is he goes on Amazon and buys 2 loaves of bread for like $15. I was at the store the other day. I saw some keto bread. I think it was $5.99. Could have been $4.99 a loaf. It's not cheap. But if you're going to have bread, that's the way to do it, I guess. I need to get my weight down to something much healthier than where I'm at. I think the last I weighed myself, I was like 217, 216, something like that. But I was 230 something a few months ago. So I have lost weight. Ideally, I want to get down to like 190. So that's about 20, 25, 26 pounds. I can do that. I can do it. It's a little harder this time of the year with the holidays, right? You got all this great food floating around. But I can do it. But I got to do it smart because, I've got a heart with one of the vein from my right leg as one of its major arteries. Speaking of which, I had an appointment at this United Vein. I don't know, whatever they're called. And they did an ultrasound on me, and they said that on my left leg, to help with the circulation, what they wanted to do was take some kind of non-invasive, I don't know what the hell it is. It's almost like a clamp somehow, but internally, and shut down this one vein in my left leg. And I was supposed to have that done yesterday. And I go in, I go, okay, can you re-explain this whole thing? And he did. I'm like, the vein in my right leg was taken out to be placed into my heart. And you're saying you want to shut down the one in my left leg? God forbid something happens, right? But if I need that vein and you're shutting it down, it's no longer there. So I said, that's it. No, don't want it. Thanks, but no thanks. Right? I've got to scroll back a little. Hi, Melissa. I miss that Florida sun so bad. Oklahoma winters are dark and dreary. I know. That's the way it is in upstate New York. Everything's dark, dreary, no sunlight. After it snows, it's beautiful. One of the most beautiful things you'll ever see in upstate New York is a blizzard. But then a day or two later, after they plow and the white snow turns gray and nasty, there's no leaves on the tree. There's no greenery. No, thank you. Okay, ginger and apple cider vinegar, right? Oregon Coast ocean water is freezing. Yeah, that's true. I was in Huntington Beach back in 1989 for the Ocean Pacific Surf Contest. And this was in August in Southern California. And because of the Arctic flow, the water temperature there in Southern California was, I think, 66. No effing way. I mean, that's colder than like New Jersey in the summertime. Jersey, at least, it gets up to like 70, 73, something like that. 66 in August? You kidding me? Nah. There's my sister, Tara. Hi, Tara. Hope you're doing well. Just got to listen to your body. No rush. Totally. I miss the sun. Yeah, I love the sun. You need to take care, Greg. No play is bad for your health. Totally. I love the connections people make in the chat. And when you're putting in, where you're from, and maybe there's somebody that is from where you're from, and you can meet up and, develop new friends and friendships. It was buffering and freezing, went out and back in. Great now. Melissa says, I did similar in 2018. I was so sick. Doctor after doctor, went to an integrative medical doctor. She advised the cardio-metabolic food plan. Made me feel better. Best part was weight rolled off. Okay, I've never heard of that. The cardio-metabolic food plan. I'm going to have to look into that. Although I'm pretty happy with keto because I get to eat a lot of good food. Surprisingly, you can't eat corn. One of the few vegetables I actually love, can't eat it. Can't eat potatoes because they're both starches, right? Go in the EE system. My sister went in that twice and didn't help her. So, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Melissa. What was the reason? They did a ultrasound on my legs, and they said that I told them that the circulation in my feet, it's like numbing in the toes and stuff. And I said, I'm concerned about that. And he said, well, we did this ultrasound, and that's when he came up with this clamping of the vein and shutting it down. It just doesn't sound right. And it was voluntary. He said, you don't have to, but we can give this a shot, and that should help a little. And I thought about it. I'm like, no, not happening. Totally agree with Melissa. Snow's nice on Christmas Day. I totally agree with you. I miss it on Christmas Day, but when I'm at the beach playing bocce ball on December 26th, I don't miss it. Yeah. In New Jersey, we get 100-degree weather in the summer, sometimes usually in the 80s and 90s. I'll tell you what, sweet euphoria. Every year, I've seen it hotter and more humid in the Northeast and upstate New York than I've seen it here in Florida. There's always at least a handful of days where it's hotter and more humid up there than it is down here. And that's the number one gripe of what people say about Florida in the summertime. Oh, it's so hot and humid. Well, it gets hotter and more humid up north on occasion. Not all the time. Try being in Scotland right now. Oh, God. You know what? But I'm very grateful that everyone is exactly where they are, because you're all beacons of light and you're anchoring energy, and we're all lighting up the grid. So it's important that everyone is exactly where they are right now. The sun loves you too. It's similar to keto: no sugar, wheat, pre-packaged food, eat close to source. You're welcome. Health is everything. Food heals. Yep, totally agree. Gemini says corn is toxic anyway. No one should eat corn. Sad. I don't eat it anymore. Man, remember like in the summertime and you're having a barbecue, and maybe it's the late summer when the corn's already up and out there, and you got some fresh corn on the cob, and you roll it around in a little butter and a little salt on top. How do you eat your corn on the cob? This is interesting. I've actually done polls on this, because some people eat it like a typewriter. Tick, 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 ding, tick, 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 ding. And some people eat it like in a spiral. They just keep twisting it around. How do you guys eat your corn on the cob? I'd like to say I do it both ways, but for the most part, typewriter. I do the typewriter thing. So yeah, I'm glad too, Lisa. Yeah. I love popcorn, but can't eat it on the food plan. It really causes inflammation in the body. Also, it is most genetically modified. What about organic popcorn? Oh, another thing I can't do is milk. You can eat cheese, you can have butter, but you can't have milk. Not even like 2%. Anything lower than 2% is crap. And I've been a milkaholic all my life. So, and you can't do juice, like orange juice, pineapple juice, apple juice. Can't do it. Water. I miss popcorn too, says Gemini. I don't eat any corn products. All right. So there's our first checking in on how you eat corn. Typewriter. That's basically me too. In a spiral or typewriter. Butter and salt. Yeah. You got to do that butter and salt. Butter and salt. Now I cut it off because I hate it stuck in my choppers, right? I drink organic soy milk. I've done almond milk, and it's not horrible. Well, there's one other milk. I've oat milk. I've done that, and it's not horrible. So if I had to buy any kind of milk, I guess it would be that. Only corn I eat is from the garden. All right. How are you, Rob? See you tomorrow night. I used to eat it both ways. Yeah. Yeah, very GMO'd. Have you guys seen that one picture of the laboratory mice that they fed a strict diet of GMO corn? They had tumors all over their bodies. Pretty sick. This for entertainment purposes only. Can I join the live? No. Who are you? Who are these people? I don't know who that person is anyway. Yeah, so you'll see the cardiometabolic food plan is very similar. Check it out. I will. And thank you for the links, Melissa. I was buying local corn on the cob every week through the end of summer. Loved it. I eat it both ways. Yep. Butter, salt, and pepper. Same with organic corn. Can you eat coconut in keto? I believe so. You could probably do coconut milk as well. I did see those mice, poor babies. Yeah. They looked horrible. Got to be careful with any soy, I agree, due to the excessive phytoestrogens. And some folks, it causes major health problems. Yeah, I've heard a lot about soy issues. Even organic is GMO. That means they don't use pesticides. Wow. I buy a lot of oat milk. Love turmeric golden milk. I've been out of ingredients for a while. Must get some groceries. All right. The EES system did do something with my muscles, hip and knee area for the best. I have some tests being done soon, and I will have more conclusions then. Actually, Allie's going to be coming in shortly, so hang in there. Yeah, tofu. I can't do that. Yeah. No, thank you to tofu. Tara, that's awesome. I was going a lot to EES. I've not been for a while. Had the wildest clairvoyant visions in there. All right. I do coconut milk. Yeah, I tell you, it's tough. I mean, giving up some of the things that you enjoy the most. Like you can't do bread, right? So one of the things I enjoy is a good pizza. When I go to upstate New York, there's a number of places I like going. Al Fresco's, Tino's, Sal's Pizzeria, the Depot. There's a number of places I enjoy great upstate New York pizza. And when I'd go there, I'd eat pizza almost every day when I went to upstate New York to visit my friends and my daughter. So that's one thing I'm going to miss is the pizza. Milk, definitely. I don't eat a lot of ice cream, so that's no big deal. Rice milk is another alternative. I'm curious about, the consistency. I can make amazing gluten-free pizza. I'm telling you, there are so many amazing gluten-free bread, etc. Freshetta makes a great gluten-free pizza, a really good one. It's like $10 a pizza. It's not cheap, but I guess it's not bad. You get it in the frozen section at the grocery store. Oh, we're back. The screen went black and then it came back on. Can you guys hear me? We all good right now? Gemini says the water's different in England. Your hair has more curl now back in the USA. Well, I did wash it before I came on. And Wendy says I froze with a big smile on my face. Hopefully it wasn't one of these smiles. Linda says I ordered a pizza the other night for the first time in a long time. Ordered number 17. What does that mean? Ordered 17. I don't get that part. And I'm not sure what this means, Phil. 5 by 5. Well, it is global predictions. If you guys want me to look into anything, just give a type your question in uppercase, and I'll give it a shot. I'll do this solo today. So Phil says, I hear you fine. Good. A medium number 7. I don't get it. From number 17 pizza. I've never heard of a 17 pizza. Still not sure what that is. It's a patriotic number. Yeah. I understand. Yep. Just looking at the bottom of the deck. I always take a peek at that card. Love is in the air for someone. Love is in the air, baby. Yep. Okay, which pizza? Are you talking like Domino's, Little Caesars? I don't know. Hungry Howie's. I don't consider any of those pizza. The only chain pizza that I enjoy is Jets. And it's not everywhere. They should be because they're really good. They have these pizzas where it's like in a box shape and it's cut into 4 pieces and everyone has a crust piece. And the crust pizzas on these Jet pizzas has this crisp cheese on the outside. That's absolutely amazing. Jet pizza. That's the only chain pizza I really like. Sorry, I walked away trying to put together my new lawn ornaments for Christmas. Wow. First question of the evening. Hunter Biden. Reveal anything when he goes before Congress. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Well, we're going to take a look at this. The first card out is, for me, whoever has, reads tarot and all, you have certain cards that you can see as certain people. And to me, this is my trump card. He's got his cake and he's eating it too, right? And we also got the Tower for this as well. So what I see is this all working in Trump's favor. And so, they've gotten to the point of where you can run, but you can't hide. And everything is coming down on them. Here's the Ten of Swords, painful endings. It doesn't look good for Hunter. You can run, but you can't hide. They're buried so deeply in the lies that have all come out. Nobody believes anything these clowns are talking about. And the lies and the deception and the briberies, it's all coming out, baby. Yep. Thanks for the question, Phil. Hi, Claudette. How are you? I'm from New York. Pizza snob here. You totally get it then. New York pizza rocks. But if you go to, down south and you're eating these chain pizzas, ain't quite the same. There's some decent stuff. If I were to eat any chain pizza outside of Jet Pizza, it might be the Pizza Hut deep dish pizza. But now that I'm doing the keto, can't do that. You get it. Goldheart. I love Jets. Yeah, good stuff. I think that's a Detroit style pizza that they do at Jets, which I've never had before until I tried Jets. My friends from New York, Joe and Tim, came down and I introduced them to Jets Pizza. And they came down from upstate New York. So obviously, we know what great pizza tastes like. They loved that pizza. They never had pizza like that. So it's nice to introduce some people to something new. Joe's like, man, I wish we had Jets Pizza up here. I think the closest place might be like Vestal, which is, down towards Binghamton. I want some Jet Pizza now. Heck yeah, me too. Chicago deep dish pizza, says Phil. New York pizza is the shiz. The shiznit. Yeah. I don't know why. Well, I kind of do. It could be the altitude. Could be the water that's used in the dough. There's a place here in Sarasota that makes Philly cheesesteaks. And they tried making the bread in numerous different places here in Sarasota, but it never came out well. So what they ended up doing was they fly bread in from Philadelphia to make these cheesesteaks. So it might be the altitude or the water or the ingredients even that are available down south versus up north. Something, but yeah, the pizza is definitely much better up north. Yeah, he's surrendering then. Biden. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, best bagels in New York too. Right, I agree with you, Melissa. Hi, Elsie from Florida. Hope you and Allie are doing great. I see somebody in the down there who's I'm gonna bring in. Can I bring you in, hon? She's flipping me off. She's telling me to kiss her ass. What? How rude. I found a few locations in Jacksonville. Yeah, there's a place here in Sarasota, Sal's. There she is. My love. Hi, baby.
I am so sorry. I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
10 minutes, huh?
Yeah, it took a little bit longer when I saw my face.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately for you, you're pixelated. So you could have came on the whole time.
I'm telling you, my internet, I'm going to warn you right now. My internet has been really bad. I've got a new internet coming on the 19th, but
yeah.
Yeah.
When we spoke yesterday, you were breaking up, and it sounded like a computer generated voice where it was going. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, it looks fine from my end. It looks fine from my end, so I have no idea.
Yeah. We're talking
Shall
food
I try
in
coming
here.
on with my phone? I know. And then you were health, so I thought that delayed me as well, I'm afraid.
Garlic knots. Oh, yeah. Oh, do you guys have garlic knots out there?
Not that I know of.
Oh, man. Well, when you come here, I'm going to take you out for a Italian restaurant feast. And I'm going to jump off the diet for that day.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good, darling.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Now, is my internet okay enough for me to continue, or should I try coming on with my phone?
The audio is fantastic.
That's what they kept saying in class yesterday.
Yeah, audio's great. Video, not so good. Got another question, though, from Phil. Will we see our star family here on Earth by 2024?
Good question, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, let's take a peek. All right.
Okay.
Are you gonna? Oh wow! Of course, I knew that card would come up, and Ali already knows what card I was thinking or talking about. Yeah. Well, fast changes are coming. Of course, we get the star, our star family. Yeah. And we see the birthing of the new Earth as well. Will it happen by 2024? There's a good chance that it's already in progress right now, right? And that they're already here on Earth. You might walk up to one or be best friends with one that's been monitoring everything. How cool would it be to know that these shows are being broadcast to our galactic families, right? If you look at the lineage of mankind, they say that we came from Adam and Eve, but that doesn't explain the 4 different blood types and 2 different RH values, A, B, and O, and then positive and negative. It's impossible to have 4 different blood types and 2 different RH values from Adam and Eve. So how did we all get here? Is it possible that we were seeded here from various galactic star nations as a possibility to see if, how would we get along? Also, you look at the Anunnaki, they had several different races that they came up with. One of the races was the Adama race. That's where we get Adam and Eve, Adam, Adama, right? So, I mean, there could have been other races there as well. They said that back in I think it's in Spain, the Basque region of Spain. And it might have been, I don't know. It was a long time ago, maybe 4 AD or something. I don't know when specifically. But the DNA changed. There was a different DNA that came into the planet back then. So, I mean, we were getting seeded back then with extraterrestrial DNA. So, in a nutshell, Phil, it's already happening. Maybe we'll get official disclosure. What do you think, baby? My love. Whoa, my love.
Okay. I got that they're working on it. Literally, it's in place. They're working on it. You know, we've got the building up of something. So I feel that they're getting the human race ready, first of all, mentally ready, because if it happened at the moment, there is a lot of fear. They're working on the fear. But I feel that in movies, they're trying to say, you know, there's nothing to fear. It's okay. So, yeah, there's been a lot of fear-mongering movies, and that can change, as you know, like an MK Ultra change. It can change people's mindset. But there is a working on it at the moment. So that's what I got. My love.
Right on. It's in progress. Shit's happening, baby.
Yeah. Oh, they're in meetings as well. They're in meetings with, I think, Trump and Trump's team. Can I just say something? You do know that you got Trump card, then you got the tower, Trump Tower.
That's true.
That's what you got earlier.
Yes. Good point.
So that's what they're trying to come after. They want to see Trump Tower go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, I appreciate that. Okay. So we have another question. This one's from Goldheart, and it's in relation to Baron Trump. What is his role in the future? Is he an off-world hybrid? He seems so special. All right, let's take a peek. See what's up with Baron. Some people think, and there's an article on IN5D, that he was a traveler, time traveler. And there was a book that was written in the 1800s, you know, toward the end of the 1800s, about this boy named Baron Trump, right? And is he a time traveler? Is he from the future? What's his role in the future? Maybe this is part of his role. Is he an off-world hybrid? He seems so special. Well, we got the yes card. So yeah, he's got some extraterrestrial DNA. And this kind of ties into Phil's question as well about, you know, will our Starfight family make contact by 2024? And I see his role as being very benevolent and helpful. Right now, he's being protected a lot, and but there's a reason for that. You know, it's almost as if he's being coddled. And of course, we have the star card. So I think, you know, Melania, Donald, Barron, yeah, they all came in to make a difference in this world. So what do you think, my love?
Well, I definitely think he's working in the background. So as you were talking, that's what my guys were saying. He's busy working in the background, and I feel that it's to do with technology. I feel that he has been trained in the UFO technology that is that they are using, and the looking glass technology as well. So, yeah, I feel that. So Melissa says, bring on the star fam. Some earthlings are so drab. It's true though, isn't it? So we do need a shake up, don't we? Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of really good comments going on. So he is a time traveler, says Wendy, for sure. Maybe Thor incarnated. Yeah. Didn't Trump's uncle own the blueprints from Tesla and time travel machines? Melissa said. I believe so. So yeah, I would say yes, he's a time traveler. That's what I feel. And I feel that he's jumping back and forth into the future to see if we make a difference, because we do need to make a big difference right now. This is why the Great Awakening has had to happen, but they need it bigger. So it's about, you know, waking up our people around us, people that, you know, our loved ones and things, just little drip feed of kind of like spirituality, that's all. And see how that goes.
Right on.
Look.
Huh?
Look.
What?
I just realized, look. My nail.
Oh.
I haven't painted it.
It just happened to be that one, huh?
I know. I thought it was funny.
Work. Our next question. Where did it go? Oh, it's here. It is. It's from Barbara, and she's saying that I've been hearing more about walk-ins. Is this how star families are coming into or onto Earth? Got another yes card. So yeah, they're coming in that way. They're also, the sun is a transdimensional portal, so they're going through the sun as well, and coming in from various places throughout the solar system. So Dolores Cannon mentioned something that the extraterrestrials that want to help us weren't allowed to come in physically, but they could incarnate into the vessel, perhaps as walk-ins. So that's a possibility as well. So to answer your question, yeah, that's one of the ways that they're coming into Earth. Lots of star family coming in. What do you got, babe? Oh, look, my nail broke. You just wanted to flip me off.
Of course. It's funny. So I actually gave this message to somebody special recently, and I'll say it to you guys. I got a message probably about, I don't know, maybe 9 to 10 months ago. I don't know how long. And I have been saying this, that especially twin flame energies, they're wanting on this earth plane. Now, if you and your twin decided that they were going to stay over there and you were going to come here, because of the earth's energy and the reason why they need it, you know, they're needing the energy boost, is don't be surprised if your twin flame doesn't come down as a walk-in. Now, I've had this confirmed several times with my guides, and I've also had somebody who doesn't know me at all, doesn't, you know, totally different to me, and I heard them say it, and I was like, yes, you know, when you get the confirmation from someone else, you know, and you hadn't heard it. So yes, the walk-ins will be coming in through that, but it doesn't mean to say that they're not going to actually show up as well. There is an interview, it's on YouTube, and it's an interview with a reptilian named Lacerta. So if anybody wants to hear what it's that side of things, I happen to believe what is being said there. And there's a lot of revelations in that interview as well. So Yeah, so some are already here, some are coming in, and lots of are coming in as walk-ins. You know, not just twin flames, but you know, your star family. They're here to support, especially if you're feeling a bit burnt out. Yeah, so there you go. That's what I get.
Lacerda.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because it sounds like a big pharma medicine. Are you constipated? Try Lacerda.
Oh, that's funny. It's amazing interview.
Yeah.
It is. Ignore him, but it really is really good. Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
It sounds like inserter as well. Inserter. You need to insert it here. Insert
Patrick says, I think I lost my twin flame. How do you lose a twin flame?
Meaning they passed away. Is that what you mean, Patrick?
I doubt it, because he says I think. And that would be pretty definitive.
Oh, okay. Of course it would. Yeah. Well, they're always around you. Their energy is always around you, whether or not they passed on, whether or not they, you know, you was together and then you split. But usually when a twin flame comes, it's very difficult, very, very difficult for you to move away from them, to turn away from your twin. It's really, really difficult to, you know, when you've met them, that's it, usually. Yeah.
They were together at
We
one
were
point.
together. Okay.
Yeah, I guess something happened, and for the time being, they're no longer.
Then you went back with your wife.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's very sad. I'm very sorry. Yeah, it's hard to walk away from, to be fair, you know.
Right.
When you've got that twin flame energy. I know. All I can say is, from my point of view, that that's an possibility.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. If I never ever got to see Gregg in the physical ever again, I still wouldn't. That would be it. We would just have an online relationship, and that's that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And if the internet went down, my heart would still be Gregg's. So it's impossible.
Yeah. And when it goes back up again, it'd be as if we didn't even miss a beat. Of course, we'd have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so a lot of people said, yeah, I got that as well. I believe we will be needed now and sooner more than ever, says Melissa. Yeah. So yeah, it's lots of good conversations in the chat. So that's all good.
Yes.
Any more? There's another question.
Yeah, you're up awfully late there, Joyce. Then again, so is she. When will the unelected UK Prime Minister and the Scottish First Prime Minister be taken down? See, this is not within my wheelhouse normally, but I'm learning more and more about foreign politics. So
join my world, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you've gotten amazingly astute on American politics. I mean, there's things that you're talking about. And I'm like, wow, really?
Still things that baffle me. Yeah.
Baffle. Scientists are baffled as to why the sun went from yellow to white. Film at 11. Baffled. Okay, so when will they get taken down? I mean, it's coming. It's coming, but the interesting, because we got transformation as well. That's happening. Something's happening, and it's going to be a global kind of thing, where it's not just Scotland or the UK Prime Minister, but the love vibration is really, that's so powerful and strong that it's going to change the world. It's going to overrule the corruption. It's going to expose the dark through the love and the light. So it's not just, it's going to happen, but it's not just in Scotland or the UK. It's going to happen globally. And it's already, the ball's already in motion. That's what I have.
Sorry, I was going like that. Continue.
Oh.
Continue a little bit.
No.
I was eating the chip.
No, I'm sorry. It's all you now. Wipe the chips off your lips.
Thanks, love. Thanks. Yeah, so I would say, looking at these cards, the world is the outcome here. So things couldn't be happening any better than they are. Okay. I honestly feel as if there's a puppet show going on. I'm sorry. I feel as if the governments are being puppeted by, and trying to awaken the last few people. And I'm just going to keep saying the last few people as an affirmation, meaning that most people have woken up to what the governments are really up to, what their agenda really is. And so I feel we, the people, will just override the decisions that they're making pretty soon. Because of the spiritual awakening, you'll be looking at them going, I don't care what you say, I'm not doing it. So I feel as if there's going to be some ridiculous ruling trying to come in, and people are just going to be going, nah, not having a 15 million city. In fact, that's what they did in one town. What they did was they was trying to implement a 15-minute city in this town, and the people was writing their petitions, and they were getting their MPs to stand up in Parliament saying, we don't want this, we never chose this, we don't want it. And they were getting, they had a big petition, but they still carried on with it. So in the end, the people got together in a big town meeting, and they said, we're going to stop paying our council tax. And our council tax is something that feeds into the NHS, the fire department, so all of our kind of, like rubbish tips and things like that. What they said, we're not going to pay anymore. So what they did, they carried on paying, but it was in a kitty. It was in a pot of money, and they divvied the money out to the NHS, our fire department, and all the other facilities that it should go to. And they carried on with that for a few months. They literally legally said, this is what we're doing. And you know something? The council backed down and took out the 15-minute city on there. So we, the people, have more power, but we have to work together. And we need voices that are able to perhaps know the law a little bit more, and has got a big voice. I'm for one asking for people like that to come forward, because I'd stand behind him, but I can't stand in front. Anyway, that's what I get off my soapbox.
I love it. Just a quick reminder, everyone, that on In5D Quantum Tie-Dye, we're having a holiday clearance sale. 50% off all shirts in stock while supplies last. So great time to get out there and if you have some Christmas shopping that you want to do, these are all shirts that are in stock. So, you order them and I get them out immediately. I don't have to make any of these shirts. They're already in stock. And once they're gone, they're gone. So let's move on. That's in5d.net also. So for In5D Quantum Tie-Dye. So let's move on. We're going to take on one more question. It's getting late and we're going to be coming back. Whoops. Hang on. There we go. We're going to be getting back here at 10 o'clock on Rumble. The link's below if you're on YouTube and above if you're on Facebook. But our last question of the evening is from Phil. And he's asking, will Trump win his cases in New York and Georgia? And we got a yes.
Good
we
question.
got a big, we got a yes, and that's for both. And not it can't get any better than what's happening. You got the Sun card to go with that, and you got the world. So amazing cards for what's going on with Trump, and these court cases are backfiring on the cabal. And what's going to happen is the cabal is going to get subpoenaed, and they're going to have to testify under oath in both New York and in Georgia. It's just going to continue to expose the crimes and the bullshit that's been going on with and all the corruption that's going on with the left. So yeah, he'll win his cases, and there's going to be a lot of exposure of the crimes against humanity. What do you think, babe?
I've been watching the transcripts of the court case, and it's fascinating. If you guys want to do that, the guy called Robert Gouveia, who is doing that, Robert Gouveia, he's a criminal trial lawyer, and he's following it all and explaining it all. And my goodness, it's Trump's turn now. So they've said, we need to see this, we need to see that, we need this, we need that. And a big long list. I think there's thousands and thousands of documents that they have tried to push on Trump. Well, now it's the other way around. So now his team is saying, we want to know how many people working for the police are working around the sheriff department, undercover or not, within a 6 mile radius, 6 mile radius on January the 6th. So they want to know the ins and outs. It's like they want to, it's like it's come up and bite them straight on the arse. So whether or not it's already been puppeted, whether or not it's a White House operation, and this is just a way to wake people up, could be, wouldn't surprise me at all in the slightest, because it's so far-fetched what's going on. So it's like, if this is a performance, then I get it. But the judge, especially Gargon or something, Gargon, that case, that judge is an absolute joke. People are just laughing at it, and so I believe yes, he's going to win. I think at least one of them is going to be thrown out. It's going to fold in, because I don't think they're going to want to bring up that information. They're not going to want to show everybody exactly what they have got, hidden away. And so that's why I'm thinking, we'll fold it in. So,
and that's why it's got to backfire. Their intention was to make Trump look like an a-hole, but it's all coming back against them. Everything they've been doing is boomeranging back at them quicker than ever. And this is just yet another example. So that's going to do it for our questions for the evening. Is there anything you want to wrap up on, my love?
Only you. Come over here and let me wrap you up.
Or you come here. Oh. Get a little sunshine.
Oh, wow. I'd like to, wouldn't I? I'm banned.
No. You were, but you're not anymore. And you're going to be able to come here.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm sorry we didn't get round to reading all your questions. It gets a bit busy when we start answering all the global predictions. So, but we love you, and definitely check out the half price t-shirts. That's pretty amazing. So there's a whole new line coming out, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully by the beginning of next year, that's what it is. And here it's going through right now on the ticker. 50% off all in stock shirts. So yeah, you got Christmas shopping that you want to get done. Do it now, baby.
Yep. And for me, I've got a Patreon special going on for all people in my Patreon family. An hour reading is $65. So $65 for an hour reading with myself. So yeah, and that's for all Patreons.
And speaking of which, tomorrow night we have our In5D Insiders Club private chat for all In5D Patreon family of 555 or more. So we'll see you tomorrow night. I'll send out the heads up to everybody tomorrow, just so you guys will know. And that's going to wrap it up. We'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and was that 3 a.m. UK for our live and uncensored. Yeah. Ali and Gregg, Psychic Ali and Gregg live and uncensored. So that's about 20 minutes from now. And the link's up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube.
Can I just say something? Gold heart, that's a really good question, which I think would be great to answer on our next show on Rumble. It just because it's just shown up, so it will be a good one. Religious programming, how difficult will deprogramming be? Will it take decades? Okay, so no, it won't take decades.
I hope not.
But yeah, deprogramming has got to happen.
All right. Yeah. So
but
about 20 minutes from
now, I can answer that more in Rumble.
About 20 minutes from now, we'll see you guys over on Rumble, and you know where the links are. So till then, sending you all infinite love and light for our heart.
And thank you, Phil, for joining us. We've missed you.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Love you all. Peace.